Hello everybody and welcome to Guesswork Garage. Today, I made another sound financial decision in the wake of finding out that I'm losing my shop. No, I'm not attempting to induce panic or anything else or drive viewership. I am actually legitimately losing my fucking house. Wonderful. So we bought this 1969 Ford F-250 Ranger. And honestly, I feel like I kind of got a steal on it. But it was a case of guy had it. His wife wanted him to get rid of it because he didn't have time to work on it because he worked 60 plus hours a week and just never had time. So his son was nice enough to list it, and I got a hold of his son about 30 minutes after it was posted, and I picked it up for $1,000, which in reality isn't $1,000 for him. It's $1,000 minus whatever it cost to have it towed here, because I rented a U-Haul and then we found out the right rear wheel was locked up and we couldn't drag it. Sorry, Kevin. Anyway, I took delivery of this without really looking into it very much, just long enough to kind of look. Yep, engine's there. Yep, turns over. Yep, it gets sparked. Last ran last year, last tagged 10 years ago or something like that. What year is it?
2023.
Oh, then no, I can't count that high. Anyway, so we're going to give a quick walk around and kind of get an idea of what we're working with and what we might have to replace. And I guess we'll work at the tail and work our way forward. So the old fellow that I bought it from, sure he probably doesn't want me to call him old. Really nice guy. His name's Tim. And he absolutely loved this truck. He's had it for the last 30 years. And in that time, he's put a lot of work into it. One of the things I forgot to ask, go figure, if this is original, but it does have a toolbox. And it does open. Let's see what's inside. Oh boy. So in here we've got, ooh, hey, the headlight we're missing. That's a good start. Fuel line. That looks like an original carburetor. It's a Holly. The last one of those I had, I threw her out because she was a cheating, conniving bitch. Anyway, looks like we've got headlight bezel, maybe? That's what it looks like to me. Air cleaner. A new coil. Oh boy. There's all kinds of goodies in here. Oh. And the glove box cover. I'll be damned, the glove box cover isn't in there. Well, that's original. Let's gently put that back. Gently, I said. Check the other side. Also, I don't know, because of where the trim stops, I don't know if there was a spare gas tank on this, or if it had like an aux tank, or what this is for. What? I know I've only got 2 fingers in, but I mean, anyway, original gas cap, which is nice. See if the tailgate opens. I didn't even get that far. Hold that. Fuck yeah. It's like 3 steps ahead of the 67 I had already. If you open the tailgate on that, it would disintegrate.
That's why it was named cantankerous.
That is not why it was named that. Stop feeding people false information. What are you, CNN?
I'm just a disembodied voice.
Right, the whole gimp suit thing from an episode ago. Got it. No, the old one I had was called Cantankerous because it was, thank you, exactly that. It was just foul-tempered. This thing was originally red, and then over time the guy was like, that red's looking a little too not red anymore. Fixed. Let's try the other side. Let's see what's in the... Oh, God damn it! I'm allergic to the outside.
Same.
All right. What's on this side? I broke it. Hold that. Haha! Ah! More trim pieces from the front. I don't.
Water thing. It holds water.
I bet it'll hold gasoline.
No, it's plastic. Not the good kind of plastic.
What do you think gas cans are made out of?
Not that kind of plastic. Different kind of plastic.
Especially those janky ass new ones we have, which are proof there are way too many stupid people. Why would you redesign a fucking gas can? I feel like I've had this conversation before. But why? It latches. Now I guess we'll move to the passenger side. I didn't open the driver's side because I forgot. The seat, I was told, came from a junkyard. Behind seat fuel tank. Because if you're in an accident in this, do you really want to live after that? I mean, let's be real.
No.
It looks like they took the whole...
Glove box?
The whole, yeah, that. It looks like they took the whole glove compartment part of it out. I'm not really sure why. Factory radio's been deleted on. I'll have to fix that. Well, that just broke. Hope that's not important. So that was in there until I tried to move it. My bad, I'll fix that later. It does have seatbelts, and they're original, which is neat. Windshield's cracked in the same place that mine was. Wonder if that's a factory option. Now we're on the other side. The fella I bought it from was not sure of the exact mileage. But it's reading at 35,000. Might be right, might not be. There's some holes in the floor that are patched with metal. We'll just ignore that. Got one set of keys. Two sets of keys. Well, hot damn. What else is up here? That looked important. Headliner's kinda... The fuck? Headliner is solid? The heck is this made out of? Asbestos? Probably. Warning, turn cargo lamp off if vehicle is moving. It's got all this stuff set up this way. Emergency flashers are on their own switch down here. And of course, it's got the freaking Terminator as a shift knob. I'll probably fix that. This does have the 3-speed with a granny gear. And as the guy I bought it from put it, one-wheel drive. It puts all that torque down on one wheel. So I don't know what if anything we'll do about that one. But yeah, let's get into the engine barn. So we'll get this open. The hood is it It's here. Most of it is anyway. It looks like some of it retired. It's got a 390. That's bored 30 over. Edelbroken carburetor. We don't know how well it works yet. The guy said that place that he had it serviced turned the idle up, so we'll have to look into that once we got it running. But the battery is completely dead. I tried to turn the key earlier, obviously, and it didn't do anything. Well, I'm just going to have to venture out into my PI skills from when I did private investigations, and all that investigative mindset brought me to this. The reason the battery's dead is probably because it's over 10 years old. That'll fucking do it. That'll fucking do it. I don't think this could jumpstart an old lady at the fucking nursing home. My sister works at one. I could have her try. But let's get this thing a new battery, and we'll start hunting down gremlins. Because I see stuff that is kind of concerning. Like this random ass alligator clamp. What does this go to? That doesn't help. What does that go to? Okie doke. Well, get this battery out of here. Go to O'Reilly's Own or O'Partley's and find us a new battery, and we'll work from there. We'll do a fire test, and then we'll work from there. So, and then once we got it running, this thing needs a bath. Looks like the swamp thing right now. All this moss growing on it. Let's do something about that. All right. So we've gotten her tightened up. And now I guess we see if it kicks over. Should probably venture over here. I'm fairly certain that this is the power steering pump. Yeah. That's power steering. Where is the oil dipstick? There's enough room. If I wasn't built like the Michelin Man, I could just stand up in between the engine and the fan. Where the fuck is it? I feel like I had the same problem with the 67.
We did. Because there's the filter.
Right.
There's spark plugs.
Yeah. I feel like I'm looking right at it. Somebody's going to be in the comments screaming at me. Which is fine. I feel stupid. It's got to be right fucking here.
Well, we've got a Google machine.
I didn't want to have to Google it. There it is. I was right. It's right in front of me. Ugh, get a hold of that. There we go. That tastes strange. Not that oil is supposed to taste good or anything, but it tastes weird.
That's how you tell if you've got gas in your oil.
Yeah, it doesn't It doesn't taste or smell like gasoline.
Antifreeze?
Well, he said that they changed the oil, but I don't know when it was changed. I can't remember. I just figured I might as well look. Right, well.
Now we need a little bit of that mixed gas in the bowl.
Actually, we might not need to. There's gasoline in the line, which is run up. That looks not factory. In fact, it's pretty hot right here. Like maybe that shouldn't be there. I will deal with that later. Let's see. Is there an accelerator pump on this? I'll turn it up just a tiny bit. Can't really get a good grip on it. Can't really see into the bowls either. Too fucking short.
Well, one way to find out if gas is in it.
Yep. All right. Stand clear. You standing clear? Well, or it's not getting spark.
It was getting spark.
Well, we think it was getting spark. All right, go in and turn the key.
Plug is all the way down.
All right.
It's the one next to the brake release, right?
Jesus Christ, woman.
Ready?
Yep. No spark.
Okay.
Let me try something here real quick. Only got one hand free. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, but I sure as hell was not seeing it. Come on. Hold that. Try to not get shocked. This thing sits so fucking weird. Alright. Let's stand by. Make sure the clutch is pressed in.
Ready?
Yep, crank it. What the hell? Don't do it now. Hang on. Something popped loose because it had a spark a second ago, I thought. Try it now. Start. Get away from the front of the truck. I don't know if it's neutral. Okay, we had spark at the coil.
Recording. Nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, now that we've tried to start this a couple of times, we got spark from the coil. Really strong spark. No spark here, and I think the reason why is if we get our screwdriver in here and open this up. So this is a points and condenser system. When I open that up, it should create a spark. A tiny spark. Like even like the tiniest spark. But it does nothing. So my guess is that the points and condenser are worn out, but it also doesn't help that the end here, where they're supposed to contact, that's very worn down. I'm kind of thinking that these were probably last replaced around 30 years ago, because up until somewhat recently, I guess this truck was driven pretty much daily. So we're going to make a trip and go and get a set of points and condenser, and daylight's kind of failing us right now. So we might have to get to it or get at it tomorrow early and try to get this thing done. But it does crank very strongly. It does have gas in the system. It's got spark at the coil, so this should be our only hang-up. And then we'll work from there to the rotor button and then go outwards, because the button looks new. Doesn't really have any wear on it. It's got a tiny bit right here, but it's not worn out. It's not completely destroyed. So yeah, we're gonna make a trip to that place. Hasn't existed in years, Brandon. You are not going to Western Auto or Auto Illusions. What am I doing? We're going to go to O'Reilly Zone or O'Partsley's or something like that. Get ourselves the stuff we need. Hopefully that'll be it, and the thing will run. I think it's going to run. So let's get this thing out of here, and when we come back, we'll put the new one in. So I got the points and condenser out of that truck, and it's not really much of a wonder. I don't know if you can focus in on that it wasn't working. There's really not a lot left to those. They're pretty much gone. Can you see it?
Barely.
Do you need me to back away?
I'm trying to. Ooh, that actually kind of worked. Yep, can see it.
So there's supposed to be some bit there for it to spark off of, and it's completely gone. Hey everybody, day 2, 3. What fucking day is it? I can't count. On this F-250, I think I've kind of narrowed down one of the problems that it's been having, which is that it wasn't getting spark at the points. Fairly certain that the electronics side of it was corroded to a point of no use. I don't know how well that'll show up on this front camera before I switch to the back, but if you look, that wire is completely dicked. There's not a whole lot left of it. I'd really like to use the spade end off of this thing, but I'm pretty sure that it's ruined as well. So we're going to try to get this thing back together and get it running. We got like an hour and a half-ish of daylight, maybe. Probably less than that. We're going to try to get this thing done. I'm here with my brother. Howdy. Despite the beard, he is not in fact Amish. He's just out here rocking a chin strap onesie.
The Amish union suit.
This guy is over here. He's so hairy he can't even walk past a duct tape factory. Okay, I thought it was funny. Anyway, let's get on to this. Let's get on to something I'm mediocre at instead of something I'm genuinely bad at. I have no idea what that would be, but we're going to work on the truck now. Well, you can always see what I'm doing. Crap. This is asking for a disaster, but... All right, so now that we've got the new one, Kobe, we can just put that one in the bed and we'll get to it later. Realistically, I'll forget it's there in a week. It sounded like something a fat boy don't get fed for.
No matter food, if it's in your hand, I'm gonna eat it.
That sounds worse somehow. You know, if ever there were an idiot Olympics, I would be amazed. Look at this shit. I managed to get that screw stuck right in the middle of a bunch of magnets.
Wow.
Oh, God, days like today, I wish my mother would have swallowed. Oh, I needed that.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Was it a washer?
Yeah. There's a copper washer. There's a chance I'll need it anyway. Okay, this goes back in the bag. Stop it. This goes back in the bag until the other one is threaded on. I said it gets back in the bag. It rubs the lotions on its skin.
It's the hose again.
Might fucking get the hose anyway. It keeps this shit up. Don't need that. Okay. Here we go. Ugh. And yes, with me being vertically challenged, this is, well, it's a fucking challenge. Let's see. Put this one back here. And this, kids, is why you buy magnetic screwdrivers. I did buy some. No idea where the hell they are. Not even a tiny idea. They might have been in the tool bag that fell out of my truck. Not a lot of tools in that one. It was just a bits and pieces. Why in the hell won't you thread? You are most definitely the right size. Don't give me that bullshit. Oh, neighbor's dog's out. Neighbor's dogs are nice, though. This is ridiculous.
Ski Patrol.
Yeah, I heard that too. Wonder where they're off to.
I know, it looks like down 16 there's some more lights.
Oh boy, probably a traffic collision.
Probably. Right down there at the abandoned off-ramp. You just slam on the damn brakes. No turn signal, no nothing.
Yeah, every freaking time.
Hey guys, watch this.
And then they proceed to cause a massive, six to eight car pile up. And they can't figure out why the state patrolman was so mean to them. I'd like to say I'm kidding about that, but I've seen it happen first person. So.
I don't know. Maybe more to it than that. There's just a Heath car went down that way.
A little out of his jurisdiction.
No lights or sirens.
Mutual aid. Hang on. Check my phone. I'll check the CAD and see if it's an accident. Boobity-doo.
I definitely hear more sirens.
Yeah, that's a cop.
He's flying, bud.
What,
That was county, I believe. Actually, no, I think that was a volunteer. Yeah, that was a volunteer. One solid road dome light.
it forgot my configuration. Distinct possibility. Yeah, Heath is pretty boring sometimes. All right. Now to climb back up in there, grab my... This one should fit. Ugh. And if what I was reading was correct, the condenser wire and this wire go on the same bit here. And that one's on. This one's not. All right, let's do this differently. You go here because you stay on there on your. Because you stay on your own, or fucking not. Oh gosh, this is a pain in the ass. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, I can only go on there one way. So that's on there. That's on there. Use these to get it on the rest of the way. Really, I should have tightened it with my socket wrench before I did it the way that I did it, but too late now. And of course it fell off. Oh boy. Why are you like this? You're mad. Okay. So that's off of there. Hypothetically speaking, it'll work. That was weird. Should turn this to on. There goes Manny again. And if I turn this, it's got spark now. If I did this right, and I'm not really holding out a whole lot of hope of that, but, you know, what's the saying? Blind squirrels die twice as often in fires or something? I don't know.
The hell out of me.
We're gonna get this thing locked back into place where it's supposed to be. Okay. Is there like a... Oh, yeah. Okay. It goes where it makes sense, stupid. Well, it didn't make sense. So who's really stupid? Still me. Still definitely me. All right. Come here. Come in here. Okay, don't touch this. Hold it by this boot.
Alright.
I'm going to turn the key. Let me know if you see an arc.
Wait for it to explode. You got it.
All right. Just so long as you understand. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit. Zoom in. Hold it right there. Did you get a spark? Crap. Okay. Well, we have spark at that end. Maybe this thing is seated. Well, that very well could be the problem. Oh. Oh, God, that's what it was. It didn't have a seat. Hold that.
Like fat people at the movies.
Or on airlines. Instead, they have two. The keys are out there.
Are they?
They're right here.
All the day.
I'm pretty sure I saw a brief glimpse of one. I was seeing something. Let's see. Well, I mean, there's another way to test it. Because it's, I don't know. We know we're getting spark at the coil now. So that's good. Just gonna have to move a little bit. Just kind of aim it down there. And we'll, there we go.
I apologize in advance, viewers. I'm known to be a little shaky. Big black rug like this, I must take it from this book.
Okay. That scared me. We'll plug this in. Well, we'll fucking see if it starts. Probably won't, but okay. We are making progress. All right, so a couple things it could be. We know we're getting. The fuck was that? Is there something underneath the car?
I don't think so.
It was a fucking cat. Jesus. I mean, if it is getting spark, how can I test that? I figure out what cylinder is number one, I suppose. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Do you see what I see? The rotor button. It isn't on. Don't drop out of school, kids.
You, ever think you're just playing in traffic?
All the fucking time. All the time. All right. Well. What the fuck? I don't know that this is going to work the way it's planned. I might have to dump some fuel down the app. Now we should have spark. So let's get in here. Oh. Yeah, that's what good pussy sounds like. Okay. So How do we want to do this? Do I want you to hold it? You probably ought to.
Hold it.
Just don't hold it near that. That's a fuel line.
Oh,
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
so we can see if there's any spark.
All right.
That should be good.
That should be fine. Nothing, huh? See if it's seated, because it may not be. This should not be this difficult. I get the feeling that these are the wrong size wires. Of course, this plug may not be capped correctly either. Is a distinct possibility. All right, do me a favor. Hop in there and turn the key. So we may have spark, we may just not have good enough spark. Hopefully it's got a view of it.
Whose key is that, bud?
Oh shit,
Takes this one second.
they're on me.
Whose key is it?
It's the Ford key.
Alright.
It's the one that says for Ford cars. Square. By itself with a little thing. Little. Jesus. Alright, stop. That thing ain't got no spark whatsoever. So now it's a matter of getting spark from here to here and back again. See, but the way that these are bent, you see how that's like that and how that's like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. That looks like these are home-built plug wires. Now, they might not be. This might have been one of those cases where the guy took it to a professional automotive shop and they were like, yeah, we'll make them.
No sense in dicking around with the unnecessary, right?
I suppose. Alright, that motherfucker should be attached now. It should be keyword. Is it? I don't know. Only one way to find out. Alright, go turn the key, Kronk. Stop. See if maybe the.
What's that?
Let me see if maybe the contact is just too far.
Go. There's
Alright.
that ugly mug.
Yeah, for real. So we're gonna try to do some diagnostic stuff, and I might just go and buy some new. Get out of here! I might go buy some new plug wires and plugs. Check the inside of the distributor and see if it's dirty. It's possible that that's what's causing part of the issue, but I have a strange inclination that what it is that the primary wire from the coil to the distributor is not correct, and I don't think it's getting correct connection at all. Also, Tim, since I know you're going to watch this because you and Kevin were nice enough to subscribe to the channel, I don't think this is a 390. Because if you look, the block marks indicate it is a 352 out of a 68. So, if you had somebody do engine work for you and it might have come back sounding a little different, it's because it's not the engine that was in here when it was built. Maybe. I probably ought to track that down on the VIN thing. I probably ought to go look that up. I think I will. Use a VIN decoder and see what it actually says. But, all right, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Probably, realistically, we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll try to shoot some more for you. All right, well, after a little bit of trial and error, I figured out the points weren't aligned correctly. Garrett, if you could turn the key, please.
Alrighty.
There we go. We got spark. Time to put those plugs back in and see if this thing will fire. All right, so been working on the truck for the last couple of days. Finally got the spark issue sorted out. I think it'll run. Garrett, turn the key. Tried again. What's thinking about it? Yeah, go ahead. All right. Yep. How fucking about that? Rev it. It fucking runs. Shoot, I can't say that.
Why not?
You're not supposed to. I don't make money off of this. It fucking runs. Holy shit. All right, well, now we got to figure out why it's not getting fuel, which I think is due to a dirty carburetor. And we might be able to run that out of its system a little bit, depending. It's possible the needle and seat are bad. We'll have to dig into that a little bit, but it started. So we're going to tinker with this a little bit more and see if I can straighten out that problem. I wouldn't be cutting the video so often, but the battery on that phone's just about dead, and we're running out of daylight. So see what we can do. All right, so after digging around a bit on this thing, it appears that there's a good chance that one of two things has happened. One slightly more embarrassing than the other. It's possible a fuel pump is bad, because no matter how much we crank it, it won't fire unless you pour gas down the app. There's also no gas getting into the fuel filter, and I checked. It's going the right way. I turned it both ways and attempted nothing at all. So that's a possibility. The other possibility is that it may be out of gas. I was told there was gas in it, that the gas was a year old. There was gas in the lines, and it was brown. Like, it looked like I was dumping Coca-Cola out, honestly. Like, it was kind of gross. Very varnishy smelling gas. And if you walked over there and popped the gas cap off and take a big old whiff, you'll pass out. But when you'll wake up, you'll realize that the inside of your nose smells like varnish. So the only thing that I can guess is that the gas in there is bad, or it's completely empty, because I've banged on the tank and it doesn't sound like there's anything in there. It's also possible the fuel sock is clogged. So I'm going to be ordering a couple of parts, and by the next video, we'll be throwing them on. The plan is to have this thing up and running by Sunday, which is 2 days from now. Is that realistic? No. Am I going to try anyway? Probably, yeah. Also, some of you might give me a little bit of crap for using this stuff instead of regular pump gas down the carb, or just using not carb cleaner, brake clean and stuff like that. The thing is that if this engine has a stuck ring, using this stuff, which has oil in it, can help with those stuck rings. Using just a flammable fluid down it Now, yeah, you could use straight gasoline, but I didn't have any. Obviously, I already put gas in the car, but it's not a car, Brandon. It's a truck. Semantics. Anyway, so I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Hopefully, by the next time that you see this thing, it'll be the video to get it up and driving and go to its first car show. And I think the only thing I'm going to do is clean the windows. Nothing in this world makes me happier than watching some old guy in his one of probably 30, 57 Chevys that show up to a show, cringing at the fact that this thing covered in detritus and moss is parked next to his car that he just spent 12 hours fucking polishing, and he doesn't even let it go out in the rain. Nothing makes me happier than that.
This truck ain't no princess.
It's a work truck. I don't know what you want. But anyway, thank you all again, and have the day you deserve.